Welcome everyone to the V8 Supercar official online series presented by Bigpond Sport, Extreme Sim Gear and Direct Clutch Services. Couldn't keep me away, Jay Kennedy in the host chair. And alongside me right now, I've got Daniel DJ Bryant. G'day, Daniel.
G'day, Jay. Good to be here. I don't know how long I'll be here for. Hopefully our new commentator will be making his way here soon, Jason. But it's good to be here. Watkins is an awesome track, and I just did a few laps in my in a bit of a race that didn't turn out too well for me, but still fun. So yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely one of the most fun tracks in the whole of Iracing. Now I've got special guests joining us at the moment out on track. You see Brad Ryan on screen, I hope.
Hey guys.
Now, Brad is going to talk us through a hot lap in just a minute, but what are your thoughts on this track, Brad?
Yeah, it's a good track. It's very good fun at the moment. The car's good.
You got some nice pace this week. You're up nice and mid-range in the top 10, and you're looking like you're quite competitive for a podium this week, possibly.
Yeah, me and Sean and John worked really hard at a setup this week, and we see it as one of the best opportunities so far to get the podium, so we'll be pushing hard.
Just about to start flying hot lap. I think we're right to go. Oh, Brad, talk us through an onboard lap.
Alrighty.
Glen, make it better than your last attempt at doing this.
I'll try to. It shouldn't be that hard. Pretty much just the aim of the outlap is just making sure your tyres don't overpressure. We run at pretty high pressure. Yeah, coming to the last quarter in third gear, get a good power out. Change to fourth. Try not to hit the grass, but I always do. Change to sixth, and then look to the left and brake just before 300. Down to third, hit the apex. Running over the curve, change to fourth, fifth, and then slowly get off the throttle, just glide it through here. Very easy to hit that wall. Sixth gear, hold it flat, and then you'll see the braking marks, 400 metre on the left up here. Hit third, really hustle the curves, setup should be good enough to take them. Third gear, just let it sort of blend, stick to the curb. Change to fourth, get a good power exit. Fifth gear, power up to sixth. On your right, you'll see where the barricade just goes away, brake there. Third gear, get on the power early, bit of oversteer. Third gear again in the last corner, change to fourth, clip the curb, and then hopefully that's a half decent lap of Watkins.
Nice and smooth, mate, good job. Not a bad lap, an 11 flat.
Yeah, a bit of time there.
Not far away from your qualifying lap at the moment.
Nah, it was alright, nice and tidy.
What are your plans for the rest of this now? Have you got more time left in your qualifying session? Have you got more time left in your car for qualifying, I should say?
Yeah, should be good for another 10th or so. So my goal is just to beat Sean, because as you know, you want to beat teammates. So he's not far off, and see if we can catch him and have a good result for V8 Supercar Fan Group.
Talk to us about the new association with V8 Supercar Fan Group. What's happened there? What's it all about?
Yeah, it's pretty much come along through Justin and looking to join the series, and I mean they have the same passion that we do, and yeah, it just drives us faster now that we've got a good company that behind us, and yeah, and at the moment me and Sean are working really well, working with John, so here to rustle some feathers for the top guys.
Now also here with V8 Nights also doing V8 Nights and V8 Supercar Fan Group. You're actually going to the next V8 Nights event, Brad. I think I read somewhere.
Yeah, make the trip down with Sam Breen, who's also sponsored by V8 Supercar Fan Group and races Formula Ford, so make the trip down there and see what they got lined up for us. Not too sure what's going on at the moment, but I mean, anytime you can go to V8 nights, it's going to be good fun.
Well, good luck, mate. Go off and get yourself ready for the final qualifying session, and we'll talk to you after the race tonight.
Thanks, guys. Look forward to watching it later.
Thanks, Brad. Always fantastic to watch laps of this track. I absolutely love this place. I can see why I've stepped out of the commentary box. Also being joined now by Corey Slade. G'day, Corey. We got Corey there? No?
I think he's gone quiet on us. He's gone a little bit shy.
First for everything?
Yeah, it's not like Corey to go quiet.
As you mentioned before, Daniel, you did have an attempt to race tonight. Not the best night out at Watkins, but you always race at a race at Watkins because it's the most fun track in the whole of the iRacing calendar.
Yeah, it's going to be one of the best tracks on the iRacing calendar, especially, you know, if you're new to the series and you're trying to work out what you can do with the car. It's fairly simple in its layout, so you know you can kind of get in, really learn the car before you hit some of those more complicated tracks like where we're headed next week.
Infineon next week.
Infineon Raceway next week.
Sorry, Sonoma as it's now known.
Yeah, we'll go by it soon now, huh? Sonoma. And yeah, I mean, it's a great track, but it is one that you've really got to put laps into to learn. And yeah, we know how much you love that one, Jay.
Yeah, I can't wait for next week. I'll be pushing out some laps next week and might actually make a return to the track next week. Fingers crossed. Now, talking about the race tonight, last season we saw it was a fuel-saving race. The guys really had to save and conserve fuel. This season we've added an extra 5 laps to the race. So it'll be a 35-lap race, 138 kilometres in length, which is just enough to mean that need to have that little bit of a splash and dash at least to get home. But a lot of guys taking that extra bit of time to do the pit stop and changing tyres. So it should be a very, very good race tonight. Now also, we've been promoting, over the last couple of days, we've got Jason Bean coming in to join us in the commentary box. He's actually running a little bit late. We'll excuse him tonight. He's at his daughter's graduation or formal, Year 12 formal, so we'll excuse him for being late on his first night. But lucky enough, you get myself and Daniel instead. I think we're pretty good replacements, Daniel.
You might be. I don't know about me. I'm just I'm just a fill-in. I'm just a voice, really, nothing more. But no, it's going to be good to have him in here at a. Some of you have probably raced with him before. Aussie Loudmouth, as he went around being called around Team Oz. And yeah, he does a lot of professional commentating for drag strips and for summer nats and for all the rest of them. So it's going to be awesome to have a professional in here and hopefully show us a trick or two on how it's all done.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to working with him, hopefully tonight and in the future, and as we gain that extra little level that we've got for this season, it'll be lots of fun. Now, Corey, are you there now? No, Corey.
What's happened there? He's definitely gone shy on us.
I never thought we'd ever be able to say that.
No. It's not something that happens very often, but when it does happen.
Now we'll quickly talk about qualifying. Qualifying only a couple of minutes away. At the moment, Scott McLaughlin's on pole position. 1 minute 10.667. Only 7/1000ths away is Justin Ruggier in second position. And it's Madison Down, Renz Brookman, Richard Hampstead, Sean Kelly, Brad Ryan, Vale Riches, Josh Muggleton, and John Emerson, the top 10 at the moment. Top 10 separated by 3.5 tenths of a second.
It's not much at all, really, is it? Like this track, so close. It's really fast. Like a minute 10 is really nothing for a lap around a track, but it does open you up to a lot of moves, a lot of passing opportunities. There's some really good slip down the straights. The corners are nice and wide, so you can really get your cars tucked in there. So it probably makes for some of the best racing that we see on the whole calendar.
Yeah, we've seen over the last 4 seasons now that we've been doing these broadcasts. I think Watkins, Glen, always brings about the best finish or the best racing, the most passes. Like last season, we had the massive incident with Shane Van Gisbergen and Richard Hampstead and Madison Down. We saw Stuart Wood get a podium. Just amazing, strange things like that happen at this track. We also had Madison spin out at the final corner, leading by 7 seconds and hitting the wall. It's a track that the race isn't over until it's over, and there's always something about to happen the next corner ahead. So strap yourselves in for a great race tonight.
Yeah, well, we've already had word from Madison this week that he will not be trying anything fancy coming into the final corner. So no one probably should expect an easy grab there. He's going to try and take it nice and easy, get through that final turn.
I've already had our early race tonight. Richard Hampstead picked up the win. Started in 5th, got a massive jump off the line into 2nd at turn 1, then jumped and gained that final position in the pit stops. 2nd place went to Scott McLaughlin, and 3rd was Justin Ruggier. But the race itself wasn't without controversy and incident, so I'm sure the main race, which we have coming up in about half an hour's time, will be even more action-packed.
I think someone's actually managed to join us. Corey, you there now, mate?
Yeah, guys. Hey, how are you all going? Sorry about that. Had a family thing I had to attend to real quick.
That's fine. We've just been talking about Watkins qualifying. Your thoughts on Watkins, and who's your pick for the main event?
Thoughts on Watkins are it's a fantastic little track. I mean, it's got to be one of the best we go to all season. It is so short. You've got the bus stop in there to really complicate things. And as far as the race goes, I've got to put my money, I reckon, on those ANZ boys of Ruggier and Scotty. I think they were coming hard in that first race earlier tonight, but pit stops, I think, led them astray a little bit. It's going to be a good one though, that's for sure. Watkins always really turns it on.
Yeah, Watkins is one of those tracks where you expect the unexpected. If you think that it's just going to be a procession and a nice basic race, then you're going to be pleasantly surprised at how amazing this track is and how the racing at this track is just at another level. Just waiting for pictures to come through from Watkins Glen of qualifying, which has just begun.
This is going to be the complete opposite to last week. I mean, I think last week you actually had the opportunity at such a long racetrack to beat your time, you know, with a little bit more racetrack and more clear space. But around here it's going to be so congested, I really can't see that happening. Although, if you get a nice draft or someone up that hill, it could really benefit your lap time also.
Yeah, I think we might see some teams start to work together. It's really a track where you need to work with your teammate to see what you can do, but we're getting pictures through now of qualifying. Starting to get some representative times coming through very shortly. Got the last race, or the early race winner, Richard Hampstead, on screen at the moment. It's currently in P5. Coming through a bit of traffic, bus stop chicane, managed to negotiate that quite well. Keep our eye on the live timing throughout this session as well, so we can keep you up to date with who's on quick laps and where the guys will improve. You see Hampstead moving across to get that extra little bit of draft.
Yeah, that's it around here. That straight out of the carousel can also benefit your lap so much by just picking up a bit of draft from somebody. So, I mean, if you haven't got a teammate that does pay an advantage, as you said, Jay, as he comes to the line.
Doesn't improve on his best lap, but that's a good marking point for this session, a 1:10.951. Yep. Looks like McLeod about to finish his flying lap. If our director can swing that way. Crosses the line. 1:11.8. He'll be very disappointed with that. Really been struggling for pace this week, McLeod.
Yeah, obviously been up in Queensland and all over the place recently, but he was starting to show some good speed towards the back end of last season. So I think once he finds his feet again, he'll be right back up there. He was really showing that he was enjoying it again, I think, last season, have to admit, Jay.
Yeah, he did lose the passion for it for a long time, but it looks like he's back again now. I don't know if our director can show it. We were just talking about teammates drafting. If you can flick to Brad Ryan and Sean Qualy, about to start their laps, just coming through the bus stop in the carousel, about to start their laps. What we're talking about, getting drafted and using your teammate to your advantage, and John Emerson's actually going to try and tuck in behind them as well, get their advantage.
The only issue with all this is it can go horribly wrong. I mean, you could be on an amazing lap and then catch your teammate or get balked in a certain area and it's all falling hard on you. So you've really got to make sure you manage this well.
You see on board here from Kelly for Ryan, manages to just clip the grass or something, lose a 10th on exit. That ends both their laps and they've got to start it again. But if it works out, it's a massive gain for both drivers.
One of the best parts of the track up here through the S's. Try to hold that thing flat and not hit the fence as you squirm all the way out to the exit. So there's a couple of cars up ahead which all seem to be getting out of the way though.
Very busy racetrack. We talk about the S's we've seen in the past. I think we've ended up calling that Madison's Wall. The S's there, he seems to scrape it in every single race he's in.
Storm's really close there. He's had an off track coming through the bus stop. He's just gone a little bit too hard.
Brad's lap doesn't look too bad. He's continuing on. Go to Muggleton. Like he's a little bit off the pace looking at the lifetime. He might be doing some race fuel runs or something like that. He's about 3/10 off the pace at the moment. Brad reports his lap. He exited the final corner. He nearly clipped the wall there.
Guy we were just speaking about, Mitchell, just about to come through and finish his lap. Oh,
he's hit the grass.
Well, Jay, you're back and we seem to have started already.
It's only taken 5 seconds and I've already cursed some drivers. Richard Hampstead about to start his flying lap. We'll have about 12.5 minutes to go left in this final qualifying session before the main race tonight.
Just watching the cars, I always leave the pit lane as well. Nose to tail, so none of them going to try to do this drafting is right behind them. Sean Kelly and Brad Ryan. And the ANZ boys now leaving the pit lane together as well, so it's like everyone's going to try this this drafting for the lap.
Yeah, we talked there about the ANZ guys doing it. They've been the masters of it in the past. They've always managed to do a really, really good job of getting that draft right. Now Hampstead was on a fantastic lap, fastest first sector, ruined it at the bus stop. They're the ANZ guys.
There's actually
Justin
3 of them
Ruggier
as well.
Yeah, Justin Ruggier, Scott Fontaine, and Carlin
May. Yeah, that's right. I don't know who I'd want to be in this one. I mean, the guy at the back's can get the biggest draft, but then he's got 2 guys ahead of him also that now can potentially stuff the lap. So, sort of bit of a hard decision on what order they're going to go in.
We actually saw, I don't know if you remember last season, we saw Scott Fontaine actually gain a second on his best lap, following both Justin and Scott here last season. So massive gains can be made. John Emerson about to cross the line for his final flying lap. Oh, sorry, not his flying lap, not his final. 1:11.068, very, very close to his best lap. Sorry, 0.74.
Christopher Osborne and Corey Osborne. Oh,
Oh, it's not a
Robert
place you want to have
Hartley.
a car on the edge of the wall, Hartley. And Hartley's got major issues from that. That could have cost Osborne up to a 10th there.
Looked like he stayed into it. So interesting to see if he got an incident 1x or 0x for that matter. Will kill your lap either way.
Don't think they actually touched, but it was a lot closer than you'd want.
That could have been a huge accident if they had made contact at that speed.
Osborne about to cross the line. Osborne and the other Osborne's gone off in the grass. It's Corey and Chris Osborne about to cross the line. We've had a mid 111 and a 112 flat.
It did hurt him going up the hill, you have to say. The ANZ boys further back now. About to cross the line. Oh, Ruggier.
Whoa! I think Justin just blew it up.
His lap wasn't going to be too good by the looks of it.
That's a little bit awkward. I think Justin knew that he wasn't going to do any good on that lap and just decided to end it rather than register a time. The guys know his pace. And Simon Black on screen. Ahead of him, Marty Atkins.
Oh, they both just hit the fence going up the hill.
It's Madison's wall. See how easy that happens. Go to John Emerson. May have actually been held up a little bit by Justin there coming into the bus stop.
Yeah, Justin might be pulling over to apologise for that one. Seems to have slowed right down.
Sean Kelly on screen yet to post the lap time in this session, but currently P7. Or P6, I should say. 110.938. Brad Ryder 110.965. So those guys really on the pace this week. We've got 8 minutes to go in the session. One thing we haven't talked about, we know that earlier Renz Brookman in 4th position. Renz has been telling us earlier that he's got enough pace to maybe gain 1 or 2 spots or even get pole because he's in an international server. We're not sure what he's doing out there on track all by himself as well. Sure, Kelly, massive drift in the final quarter. Kelly does an 11-1. Madison down on screen, currently through the carousel. On his flying lap. Oh, he's got a car spitting in front of him.
Someone's had a huge wreck up there. Looks like one of the cars are us, boys.
Yeah, Chris Osborne. Very easy when you're that committed. Just clip the grass. Doesn't matter how much you clip it. It's enough to send you flying.
Comes to the line now.
The line.
No time. I got.
No time.
I've been a fast out lap.
It actually looked like he's got a little bit of damage to the side of his car.
Madison's wall, maybe?
Maybe he's hit his wall, yeah. He's going back to make sure that he's left his mark. I think Tats.com need to sponsor the S's here because Madison keeps on rubbing his paint on it, so it'll end up there anyway.
So if that was Madison's outlap though, that was very fast.
Yeah, it almost, well, it fooled both of us. We thought it was definitely a flying lap. Rich McLeod starting his flying lap. Not overly happy with his pace at the moment this week. Currently sitting 12th.
Yeah, you don't really talk about Mitchell McLeod and 12th in the same
and he's
sentence.
hit the wall as well.
Like I said though, I really do think he was starting to show like he was enjoying his racing a lot more towards the back end of last season. Had some good pace.
Emerson on screen about to finish his flying lap. 1:11.060. Pretty close to what he's been doing all week. Go back to Justin and Carwin in their train. Going to start their flying laps. Justin currently pole sitter. Well, they're getting a bit of double draft there, both Carwin and Justin, as Justin runs off the track. Brad Ryan up ahead. Lap from Brad's personal best for this session, first and second sector. So this lap should be an improvement on his current time in this session.
Comes to the line. 11-0.
Improves in the session, puts in P2 this session. Not enough to improve his time overall. Rich is about to finish his flying lap. Goes fourth in the session. 1:11.0. Not enough to improve his time this week either. A lot of guys getting very close to their best times, but not quite close enough to improve.
Bit of a traffic jam trying to get out of pit lane there as everyone's stacked up trying to let everyone through.
Hampstead's on a really quick lap at the moment. Purple the first sector in the live timing we have. A little bit off the pace in the second sector, but it looks like he might improve on the lap that he's done this session. Same with McLeod, it looks like he'll improve on this session best time as well. Instead crosses the line. 1:10.895, so that improves in the session. McLeod also improves and almost hits the back of Hampstead. That's McLeod's best time for the week as well. That was McLeod's best lap for the week. Go to Brad Ryan and Sean Kelly about to start their flying laps working together. They haven't got much pace to gain, these guys, before they'll gain a position, so they'll be looking to do it now. Good exit from the S's.
Yeah, they've got to get this right. They're only going to have this one and maybe one more attempt. Like, Sean's backed out of it, so it's going to be all about Brad this lap.
Brad actually looked like he got a great run at the exit of the S's. Got a great bit of draft.
A little bit too sideways though on the middle part of the bus stop.
Didn't look too bad though. I don't think it's cost him too much time. Lap still looks good. Session best second sector for Brad, so it still's quick. Lap at the moment's very, very close to Hampstead's time he posted just before.
Good run out that final corner as well, so it's going to be a fast lap here from Brad Ryan as he comes to the line. It's a 10.904.
That improves him a couple of positions. Great lap from Brad. Moves him up one position ahead of his teammate.
He'll be ecstatic with that one. I'll be absolutely ecstatic with that lap. That is a fantastic. It's good to see that Sean Kelly as well really helped out his teammate there.
Yep, now we've got Emerson on screen. He's posting a very good lap, but we might see if we can go back a bit to Richard Hampstead, who's fastest driver on track again this lap. The Hampstead final section of the track.
Emerson's made a mistake on his lap further up ahead as well. The Hampstead now trying to improve as he comes out of the last corner, bags it up a little bit sideways to the line.
Improves.
And 7.42.
10.742, that moves him into third position, ahead of Madison, down by 3 1/1000ths of a second.
Who's still out there?
That's now out.
Ruggy is out there on a hot lap, so he can still shake things up. Bale is out there.
Madison's also on a flying lap as well, I think.
Muggleton as well, I think, coming down to the final two corners now. He's on the hot lap. Comes out of the final corner again. Good run.
Sorry, Corey. Enough. 7-2. Doesn't register. Madison down. That was an out lap, unfortunately, for Madison.
Justin
Justin
Ruggier
about to finish his lap.
A little bit sideways on the exit there, but still a decent run. 2:10.843. Bale and 11.3.
Still should have pole position by the looks. Oh, what an interesting session, that one. Wait for the overall results to come through. The overall results run through the official top 10. McLaughlin from Ruggier, Hampstead down, Brookman, Brad Ryan, Sean Kelly, Vale Riches, Josh Muggleton, John Emerson, top 10. We're in for a great race tonight, I think, guys.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a cracker. This one always turns it up. We've got the pit stops back this week. Another, short little track. Definitely going to be, it's definitely one of the favourites for the 12-week season.
Fairly long race, 138 kilometres. It's definitely not a short race, and it's also on the fastest track we drive on too, so be a pretty good race. So we'll be back in about 7 or 8 minutes time. We'll be back at 1:45 the hour for live coverage of round 2 of the V8 Supercar official online series, presented by Bigpond Sport, Extreme Sim Gear and Direct Clutch Services.